What is up, ladies and gentlemen of the online Jamily? JamiroFan 2000 here with yet another episode of Jamiro Reviews, where I've been doing, it's my periodic series here on my JamiroFan 2000 YouTube channel, looking at releases in and outside of Jamiroquai, and this is going to be yet another Jamiro Reviews looking at a recent reissue of a hard-to-find Tyler, the Creator album from 2015. Of course, I'm talking about Cherry Bomb. Now, Tyler, the Creator's albums, at least past Cherry Bomb, were very unique in the sense that these albums were not pressed more than once upon initial release. And in the case of Cherry Bomb has a heck of an amazing history, at least in the case of how many knockoffs, or should I say, unofficial bootleg copies of Cherry Bomb were reissued on colored vinyl. Upon looking on Discogs, it reports that nearly 12 to 13 unofficial colored vinyl reissues between 2015 to 2018 were produced and sold, but you can't buy them on Discogs, given that, of course, those vinyl releases are unofficial. Discog kind of sticks to selling vinyl reissues that are at least official and not unofficial. Now, this vinyl release in particular consumers have been having a hard time trying to get their hands on Cherry Bomb beyond the first pressing of the album on vinyl pressing from 2015, because some of those in at least mint quality can average between $100 to nearly $300 on the secondary market, at least in a mint kind of quality. But finally, the big box stores here in America, including Target and Walmart, have finally got the Cherry Bomb reissue right here, which I went and bought because I love Cherry Bomb. It's a very good album. If you're wondering about the album art, this is the secondary album art. This isn't the original album art of the guy in the jeans and peeing himself. But still, this is the Cherry Bomb Heavy Deluxe Double LP in translucent blue vinyl. And as you can see by the back artwork, just Tyler being Tyler. But like I said, this is a vinyl release. This was available at Target. I got it for around $37. But like I said, this was one of the hardest to find Tyler albums outside of a first pressing. I thought I'd record an episode of Jamiro Reviews, giving you a review of it. But the inside art of Cherry Bomb is, of course, the jacket, a varsity jacket, which you can see there. I love the album artwork with Cherry Bomb. Creatively, Tyler was kind of coming into his own with this album, at least musically and beat-wise and bar quality. Tyler was finally finding his voice and identity. All the albums prior to Cherry Bomb, at least when it came to Goblin, was very, very, I could compare him to a bit like a Slim Shady Eminem kind of personality confusion of an artist finding one's voice, and he really did it on Cherry Bomb. Not to mention, Cherry Bomb's got one of my favorite collaborations of Tyler with Roy Ayers on the track "Find Your Wings." But let's go ahead and crack this open. Like I said, it's a double LP. It is a deluxe gatefold packaging with a 8-page booklet, and I think I'm going to start with the booklet. And the booklet is oversized and has Cherry Bomb artwork. Let's go to the first page, and that's mostly just the song. There's the original album cover right there. That's the original. But yeah, it's got listings of all the songs on the copyright list. I do think the booklet is a nice touch for a deluxe vinyl edition. Yet another bit of the artwork, very childish, but that's what you come to expect with Tyler, and a good picture of him looking like an absolute demon. But overall, I really love this. Now, let's look at the vinyl itself. The vinyl is advertised as a deep blue translucent vinyl. Give me a second here. Let's take a look at the vinyl. Whew, boy, oh boy, does that just pop. And like I said, this is a double LP blue translucent vinyl release. I love the artwork, and I love how deep purple blue this is. And like I said, this took forever to get to the big box stores for sale. And like I said, the price point, at least on Discogs, for this being available in those stores is running around, I want to say, $35 to $42. But do bear in mind that the way the world is right now, especially when you're buying stuff like vinyls or anything, with the current situations with the tariffs and inflation in America, vinyls will be a little bit more expensive. I would say conservatively, these vinyls run between an extra $2 to $5 depending on what kind of vinyl you get. If you get any of these deluxes or these special edition vinyls, the prices might stay kind of stabilized, but absolutely gorgeous vinyl. The other LP is basically the same as this, but it is an awesome. It's good to see that this vinyl release, at least the Cherry Bomb, is finally getting out to the masses. Because, like I said, this was the album that a lot of Tyler fans source as being their favorite album by Tyler. For me, I think this was his transformative album. This was really the album where Tyler found his voice and ran with it and gave us great albums like Flower Boy, Call Me When You Get Lost, Chromacopia, Don't Tap the Glass. And of course Igor, which was a creative masterstroke. But like I said, this vinyl is currently available through select Target stores and Walmart stores. If you need more information, I will put a link on Discogs.com to this vinyl reissue, so you can get it for yourself while you can. Like I said, the vinyl pressing, the repressings of this album are pretty much sticking to a bit of a scarcity level, at least for the last two albums of Chromacopia and Don't Tap the Glass. I'm kind of debating on doing an episode of Jamiro Fan Talks about showing you my limited edition Don't Tap the Glass vinyl, which was only a sale at Tyler the Creator's official store. But there you go. This is the double translucent blue, I want to say 2025 reissue, 10th anniversary reissue of Cherry Bomb by Tyler the Creator from 2015. Like I said, you can find it for a reasonable price wherever you buy your music. But as always, this is Jamiro Fan 2000. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Jamiro Reviews. If you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe and ding the bell on your YouTube to stay up to date on all the latest new content coming through the Jamiro Fan 2000 YouTube channel. I'm sure news about Jamiroquai, at least on the Jamiroquai end, will start picking up here as we go further into September of 2025. But as always, this is Jamiro Fan 2000, and I'll see you again really soon with more Jamiroquai and maybe outside of Jamiroquai content here on the Jamiro Fan 2000 YouTube channel. Bye-bye, everybody. Take care, and I'll see you around.